In a quiet corner of California, a young violinist emerged, whose music seemed to pause the world around her. Karolina Protsenko, born in Ukraine and raised in the United States, became known for performances that blended technical precision with deep emotional expression. From early childhood in a musical family, she was surrounded by sound, discipline, and creativity that shaped her identity long before fame arrived. After relocating to America, she began formal training that refined her natural sensitivity to rhythm and tone. Her street performances eventually drew global attention, turning simple moments into viral experiences shared by millions. Yet behind the visibility was a childhood shaped by practice, expectations, and rapid change. Her journey reflects the intersection of talent and modern digital exposure, where artistry becomes global overnight, explores her development, challenges, and evolving relationship with music as she grows under constant public attention and personal transformation shaping her future. A childhood shaped by music and movement, Karolina Protsenko's early life unfolded inside a home where music functioned as daily language rather than occasional activity. Born into a family of trained musicians, she was exposed early to melody, rhythm, and structured practice. Her parents guided her gently, ensuring that learning remained consistent but not overwhelming. When the family relocated from Ukraine to the United States, she entered a new cultural environment while maintaining her musical focus. The transition required adaptation, yet her sensitivity to sound made learning feel natural. Formal violin education added discipline to her instinctive ability, shaping her into a focused young performer. Teachers quickly noticed her unusual emotional awareness in interpretation, even at a young age. She practiced regularly, balancing schooling with long hours of repetition. At home, music remained a shared experience, reinforcing creativity and connection. These formative years established a strong foundation of discipline, emotional depth, and technical curiosity that later defined her artistic identity before public recognition entered her life more fully over time. First performance that changed everything. The turning point in Karolina Protsenko's journey came during a casual street performance in Santa Monica. What began as a simple attempt to play publicly soon transformed into a defining moment. Standing with her violin in an open public space, she performed a popular modern song with classical interpretation. Her tone carried across the street, drawing attention from passers-by, who gradually stopped to listen. The emotional clarity of her playing created an atmosphere that felt unexpectedly powerful for such a young performer. Someone recorded the moment, and the video spread rapidly across social platforms within days. Millions viewed it, sharing reactions that described her as extraordinary and deeply expressive. This sudden visibility introduced her to audiences far beyond her immediate environment. Media attention followed, labeling her a young musical prodigy. The experience transformed a personal moment into a global introduction, shifting her from local performer to internationally recognized young artist almost overnight, in a way she never anticipated or planned consciously herself. Growth under expanding digital attention. Following her viral recognition, Karolina Protsenko's presence expanded quickly across digital platforms, reshaping her daily life. Her performances began reaching audiences in multiple countries, creating a global network of viewers who followed her musical journey. Each new video carried expectations of consistency and emotional depth, requiring her to balance creativity with structure. As her audience grew, so did the pressure to maintain quality and visibility. She continued to perform classical and modern pieces, blending styles in a way that appealed to diverse listeners. Online engagement brought both appreciation and criticism, exposing her to a wide range of opinions at a young age. Despite this, she remained focused on development rather than attention itself. Her routine became increasingly structured around recording, editing, and practicing. The digital world turned her music into continuous performance rather than isolated events. Over time, she learned to navigate this environment with patience, adjusting to its demands while maintaining her connection to music as personal expression, family guidance, and emotional grounding. Throughout her rising recognition, Karolina Protsenko's family remained central to her stability and development. Her parents played active roles in both her education and musical direction, ensuring she remained grounded despite increasing attention. They supported her performances while protecting her from overwhelming exposure. Her father often accompanied her during public appearances, while her mother managed scheduling and communication responsibilities. This shared responsibility helped maintain balance between her artistic career and personal growth. Family routines emphasized normal childhood experiences alongside professional commitments. Education continued alongside music, preventing her life from becoming entirely performance-focused. Emotional support from her household helped her navigate early challenges associated with public visibility. Decisions regarding performances and collaborations were made carefully to avoid burnout. The family environment functioned as a protective structure during rapid changes in her life. This support system allowed her to grow steadily without losing connection to everyday life, even as her presence expanded across global audiences and digital platforms over time. Digital culture and expanding expectations. As Karolina Protsenko's popularity increased, she became part of a broader digital culture where young performers gained global visibility through online platforms. Her videos were shared widely, often reaching millions of viewers within short periods. This environment created both opportunity and expectation, as audiences began anticipating frequent new content. She adapted to this system by maintaining regular performance uploads while continuing her musical education. The digital space encouraged constant output, turning artistic expression into ongoing engagement. Each performance contributed to her evolving identity as a young musician shaped by internet culture. While this exposure expanded her reach, it also introduced new pressures related to consistency and public perception. She navigated comments, feedback, and comparisons while continuing to focus on her craft. The online world became both stage and classroom, influencing how she approached music and presentation. Over time, she developed resilience within this environment, learning to balance external expectations with internal artistic motivation and personal discipline in her creative process. The moment of street discovery, Karolina Protsenko's first major public recognition, began unexpectedly during a street performance in Santa Monica. What started as a simple attempt to gain experience quickly turned into a defining moment in her early career. She played a popular modern song with classical interpretation, drawing attention from people passing through the open space. Gradually, listeners gathered as the emotional quality of her performance created a calm and focused atmosphere. Someone recorded the moment, and the video soon spread across online platforms at remarkable speed. The clip reached millions of viewers within a short period, transforming a casual act into global attention. This exposure introduced her to audiences far beyond her immediate surroundings and local environment. Media coverage soon followed, describing her as a young musician with exceptional promise and emotional depth. Her sudden recognition marked a transition from informal street playing to international awareness. This moment became the foundation of her expanding digital presence and artistic visibility. It also reshaped her daily life, introducing new expectations and opportunities. Her journey shifted permanently after that performance, influencing everything that followed and future direction. Rise through digital platforms. Following her viral introduction, Karolina Protsenko's presence expanded rapidly across digital platforms worldwide. Her performances began reaching global audiences who shared and engaged with her interpretations of modern and classical music. Each video contributed to a growing audience that expected consistency, emotional expression, and technical refinement. She balanced classical training with popular music adaptations, creating a unique artistic identity. This approach allowed her to connect with diverse audiences across different regions and cultures. As her online presence grew, so did expectations for frequent content and high-quality performance. She adapted by maintaining structured practice routines alongside recording and editing schedules. The digital environment transformed music into continuous engagement rather than isolated performance moments. This shift influenced how she approached preparation and artistic expression over time. She learned to navigate audience feedback, balancing encouragement with criticism from viewers. Despite pressures, she remained committed to music as her central focus. Her journey reflected the evolving nature of digital music careers in modern times. Over time, she developed resilience and adaptability within this environment. Her experience highlighted both opportunity and pressure in equal measure. Pressures of early recognition. With increasing recognition came significant emotional and practical challenges for Karolina Protsenko. The attention she received placed her under continuous expectations for improvement and output. As a young performer, she had to balance education, practice, and public visibility simultaneously. The demand for frequent performances reduced the separation between personal life and professional responsibility. Online audiences often evaluated her appearance, expressions, and interpretations in detail, creating additional pressure. Despite these challenges, she continued performing with consistency and dedication. Her ability to remain composed during public scrutiny reflected both resilience and strong family support. However, the intensity of expectations sometimes limited her sense of spontaneity in music. Over time, she learned to manage criticism and maintain focus on artistic growth. The experience highlighted how early success can bring both opportunity and strain. Her journey during this period reflected the complexity of growing up in a highly visible environment where artistic identity develops alongside constant external observation and evaluation. Artistic maturity and evolving expression. As Karolina Protsenko matured, her musical style began to reflect deeper interpretation and emotional awareness. Her performances shifted from purely technical demonstrations to more expressive storytelling through sound. She explored more complex arrangements and refined her control over tone and dynamics. This evolution marked a transition from early recognition to developing artistic identity. Each performance became an opportunity to refine both skill and emotional depth. She continued to balance classical foundations with contemporary interpretations, creating a unique musical approach. Over time, her understanding of music expanded beyond performance into communication and expression. She began viewing her violin as a tool for conveying layered emotional experiences. This perspective allowed her to approach each piece with greater intention and sensitivity. Her artistic maturity developed gradually through practice, reflection, and experience on stage. This phase of her journey reflected growth not only as a performer but also as an individual learning to interpret music with increasing depth and personal understanding. Public perception and quiet resilience. As her visibility grew, Karolina Protsenko encountered a wide spectrum of public reactions. While many admired her talent and dedication, others questioned aspects of her rapid rise. Online discussions sometimes focused on her age, presentation, and consistency. Despite this, she maintained a calm approach and continued focusing on music rather than commentary. Her resilience became a defining aspect of her public presence. Supporters recognized her discipline and emotional sincerity in performance. She rarely engaged with criticism directly, choosing instead to communicate through her art. This approach helped her maintain emotional balance in a highly visible environment. Over time, she developed the ability to separate external opinion from personal growth. The diversity of public perception became part of her experience as a performer. Through it all, she continued to evolve musically, prioritizing development over validation. Her journey during this period demonstrated how sustained focus and internal stability can support artistic continuity despite external fluctuations in opinion and attention. Conclusion. The weight behind music, Karolina Protsenko's journey, reflects the complexity of growing up within global visibility and artistic expectation. From a young child immersed in music to a widely recognized performer, her path has been shaped by discipline, opportunity, and constant public attention. Her story illustrates how digital platforms can elevate talent rapidly while also increasing pressure on personal development. Despite challenges, she continues to refine her craft with focus and determination. Her evolution demonstrates the balance between emotional expression and technical growth. While recognition brought opportunity, it also introduced responsibility that reshaped her childhood experience. Through family support and personal resilience, she has maintained connection to music as her central identity. Her performances continue to evolve alongside her maturity. The journey reveals how artistry can flourish under pressure, while also demanding emotional endurance. Ultimately, Her story remains one of transformation, illustrating how talent, environment, and visibility intersect in shaping a young musician's life and continuing future. In a quiet corner of California, a young violinist emerged whose music seemed to pause the world around her. Karolina Protsenko, born in Ukraine and raised in the United States, became known for performances that blended technical precision with deep emotional expression. From early childhood in a musical family, she was surrounded by sound, discipline, and creativity that shaped her identity long before fame arrived. After relocating to America, she began formal training that refined her natural sensitivity to rhythm and tone. Her street performances eventually drew global attention, turning simple moments into viral experiences shared by millions. Yet behind the visibility was a childhood shaped by practice, expectations, and rapid change. Her journey reflects the intersection of talent and modern digital exposure, where artistry becomes global overnight. It explores her development, challenges, and evolving relationship with music as she grows under constant public attention and personal transformation shaping future.